What's up, y'all? You're watching Mental Groove, and today's Kevin Samuels clip speaks for itself. No hype, no extra, just straight perspective. If you're into unfiltered conversation and real reactions, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's see what this one's really
When
about.
they give advice, people will say, "Oh man, you've been married. You don't know what it is out here." Then you turn around and you out here dating. They'll say you ain't married. Why don't you just say you are losing? Hello,
Hi,
how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. How old are you?
I am 40.
Okay. What do you got for me?
So I have a question. I am back out in the dating scene.
Okay.
I was
Turn
married
off
for
these
13 years. Sure.
13 years. Go ahead. I'm turning off
hmm
these comments.
Um, so just back into the dating scene. I've been dating for maybe about a year. I've been separated. My divorce isn't final, but I've been separated since 2019, February 2019. It's rough in these streets. um,
Mm-hmm.
I just asking
What,
you for tip. Go ahead.
what's the outcome you want to have?
Um, Right now, I feel like right now I'm just, testing the water, seeing what it's like out there.
Okay.
But
But after what do you want to
eventually,
eventually have?
I do when I get married again.
Do you have any children?
I do. I have one daughter,
How old?
13.
Okay. So you'd be looking for a stepfather. You're not just dating.
Uh, yeah, her dad is in her life. She goes
But
back 50-50.
still be a stepfather.
True. Very
So
true.
any man that you deal with is going to be a stepfather, which automatically changes the equation. So some basic questions.
Sure.
You were married for 13 years. At what age did you get married?
26.
Who filed for divorce?
I did.
On what grounds?
Just so in my marriage, I knew pretty early on, I could see that we weren't compatible, and that was,
Irreconcilable differences?
I would say so. It wasn't anything. I
Okay.
wasn't cheated on, as far as I know. Just we aren't
Irreconcilable
compatible.
differences?
Yes.
I'm going to be dead honest with you.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Irreconcilable differences in most men's mind is bullshit. How tall are you?
I'm 5'8".
Dress size?
About an 8 now.
Okay. Irreconcilable differences meant basically uh, that's something that's been added to the marital code after the 40s. It's really not for cause. So now you're starting to see the grass may not be greener.
It's feeling that way up front. I feel like there's a lot
Right.
of
So
lying and
where
stuff like that up front. Yeah.
okay, okay. Where is your ex seeing someone?
I know he's gone on dates, but not that he's not seeing anybody seriously.
Uh-huh. Did you guys do counseling and therapy before you split?
We did.
How long?
Probably about the last year and a half, and I
Hmm.
continued to go after that.
And there was no improvements.
No, our personalities have grown so far from each other that he kind of
Uh-huh.
just shuts down and stuff. So,
Well, living together apart. I'm gonna be honest, man. At 40 years old, I mean, you're cute, but the dating world, you're a single, you're a divorcee out here with a 13-year-old. You're not going to get better than your ex. That's the reality because the men you're going to be dating all got stuff too,
yes.
and not many men are looking to step in to be a stepfather of a 13-year-old daughter with an active father because that puts men in a lot of jeopardy. I'm gonna say I'm a big proponent of keeping families together because. And what city are you in?
Sacramento.
Oh my God! Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I travel a lot, so I felt like, okay, maybe, I've met a few guys, but they don't live
Oh,
here,
yeah,
and
you
it's
can have some
been
sex.
uh,
You can
not
have
gotten to
sex.
that
You
yet,
can
but
you can have sex. You can date. You can do all that. But as far as walking down the aisle and getting married, chances are very low.
all right. Even if, well, not even if, but like I feel like of a couple folks that I have met recently, they are seeming okay with my child. I date older guys, so their children are grown and gone.
Hmm.
So they've seemed
Okay.
okay with it because they've already raised kids her
Right.
age. Yeah.
Uh huh. But that's different. Okay. But that's different than having one in your house that's prepubescent.
True. Right. And I don't.
And
I didn't
I
realize you're going to answer. I hope you guys can't hear her playing the piano right now.
well, it doesn't matter. But I mean, you got to realize as a man, you're like, okay, all has to happen is, mommy, when you were gone, Aaron looked at me a certain way, or she tells her dad something. Look, it's just a bad deal for us men. There's just really no upside to that.
Right.
That is why I say we grew apart. We did this or did that. All right, you better go back together, figure it out, because you got skin in the game. He's got skin in the game. That's your daughter. Every situation from this, I don't know why it's been told to women that you can do bad all by yourself, and women have been marketed to you guys that you can just get back out here and have another shot at it. And it's like, well, no.
Right. Well, and I felt like, since I've left, and it's been whatever, a little over 2 years. I feel very stress free. Like I'm not. There's no arguing. There's no any of that. And I
Mm-hmm.
get that those things will come in a future relationship.
Yep.
Um,
Yep. They're stress free. You how old again?
40.
It's gonna be real stress free until you start to break down.
Well, hopefully it won't be for a little while. Well, and
Man,
since I'm dating
it-
older, hopefully he's going to break down before me.
so then he'll die.
Well, so my parents were 17 years apart, but my father,
But those are your parents.
right?
Man,
Well, that's what I look to,
Nobody's perfect.
right?
See, what you're basically saying is, what? I'm not happy. I don't care. You don't marry for happiness. I don't care about, you don't marry for happiness or love. You marry for duty and responsibility. You keep your family together because look at what you're doing now. This shit is stressful. You cannot tell me as a 40-year-old woman dating on the West Coast that this is stress free.
Right. I think because it's new right now,
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
new, and
feel stressed. Right.
everybody you deal with has their own drama, their own
Hmm.
issues. If they have kids, though, you're gonna be a stepmom too, or something else. Then you got to factor in whole new sexual experiences, opening yourself up to an entirely different possibility of strain of venereal diseases, financial.
Yikes.
I'm like, we're not supposed to be getting divorced just because of irreconcilable differences. You can't even, honestly, you got to be realistic. I even ask you why you're divorced. You're like, it wasn't really for anything major.
Well, it's major when I feel like that. When I feel like he
Feel,
is.
feel, feel,
Well,
feel,
I think anybody would
feel.
determine that he was being negative, but okay,
Okay, and you were
positive.
always.
No, not always. If it were right now, he would probably want to be married again with
And
me.
you need to go back to your husband, and I need to figure it out.
Mm,
You married. I mean, you said the vows.
I know.
For better, for worse, richer, for poor, sickness, health, to death, do us part. It wasn't until we no longer liked each other. That wasn't in the vows until it was
Right.
irreconcilable. That's what you said before your God, before you consummated and made a baby.
Very true. Yeah.
So carry your ass on back to your husband. And here's what you do: you get a 4-bedroom house. Your room, his room, y'all's room, your daughter's room.
So that's what you said. Y'all's room was one of them. We'd had so when
Yeah.
we were
Yeah,
when I
living together, living apart together. You have your room, he has his room, y'all have y'all's room. I'm gonna tell you right now, if I remarry, my room, her room, our room. I need my alone time.
we had the his room, our room the last year or so, but not the our room.
Okay, yeah, y'all can get together on Tuesday and Thursday, and the rest of the week, y'all's living y'all's own room.
Damn. I
I mean,
hear you
what's the difference? You're doing the same shit anyway,
with the new person.
with no history. Your daughter wants her daddy back.
Well, he's there half the week. I hear you.
Ma'am, you gotta you even
Shit.
you're laughing because even you got like he's making some points. It's just that okay,
No,
maybe
I'm
he
not saying
didn't.
you're not. My
Okay,
mom would
maybe
love if I went back.
and you should too because it doesn't sound like okay. He may not have tried hard enough. You may not have tried hard enough. Now y'all know that y'all are out here and it ain't shit out here. He's had a chance to see. We start taking for granted these relationships. And you think his grass is going to be green on the other side. He's realizing it ain't shit out here either. There's only so much new pussy you can get.
There.
We'd rather have a good night's sleep and a nice bowel movement. I mean, honestly,
Okay.
I'm being honest. You're not kids anymore. So it's like, okay, you got to relearn somebody all over again. And it doesn't sound like y'all had anything really major. It sounds as we don't have a community or a culture that supports marriage. Because if you'd have came around a bunch of married people and a community that supports marriage, people would have told you, girl, you better go back home and work this out. And people would have told him, man, you better go on back home and fix
Figure it
this.
out. Right. Yeah, I can see
Versus
that for
get out
sure.
here and live your best life. That ain't what I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you, put your family back together because ain't shit out here. I'm out here. Ain't shit out here.
Right.
Venereal diseases and crazy shit. Fix your family. If it's not anything that's majorly domestic, rampant infidelity,
You know.
you're not in danger. That's why I say maybe, just maybe. And here's why I'm telling everybody why I'm so adamant about this. I have a friend. He and his wife were like the War of the Roses. They had been together young and they were just adamant on getting a divorce. And they just made our lives horrible. When they finally got their divorce, something happened. And I'm not going to say what happened because I don't want people to know what I'm talking about. Something happened to where they ended up having to still live in the same house
Right.
for a period of time. Nothing had changed. They got a divorce. The paperwork was fine. They were still living like husband and wife, same home. You know what happened after that paperwork was signed? In roughly about 30 days, they start talking to each other and playing dominoes and duck hunt and video games and this and that. Several years later, they are still living there, just like they were in their teens and early 20s. But the pressure in their mind of being married, it makes no sense, but it made sense to them. They just dissolved their marriage
Right.
and
It worked
and,
for them.
and they remarried
Oh, okay.
because they're like, we're still living here. We're not getting the tax benefits, such and so forth. And I'm not going to say the people's name, but
Right.
anyway,
Now, I've heard of that. People
you,
being divorced and then getting back together.
I mean, do you seriously want to risk bringing other men, because you don't want to run the risk of bringing someone around your daughter and something happen. You would
Very
never
true.
forgive yourself.
Very true. What do you think about? So I've felt like no one has met my daughter. No, no, and I
Okay?
don't plan to bring anyone around her if
Okay?
they are outside of me being. No one's going to move in with me, and I'm not moving in with anyone unless we're
Okay?
married. That's just
Okay?
that. Um, I felt that. So she'll graduate at 17, and she's 13 now. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
necessarily in a rush to hurry up and jump into something else, but I
You
was
still customize for him. 13 years with him, and you're going to do what? You'll be 44?
4. Mhm.
Mm-hmm. If you marry a man around your age or a little bit older,
Not a
you'll
little
have,
bit older, up to older.
okay, but then that means you still have 13 plus years with that man.
Right. Not a good idea.
I'm just saying, okay, you could go learn somebody else new, or you guys could honestly sit down and say, all right, what would it take for me to be able to look at you for the rest of your life? Because there's love there. You're just
No,
not
yeah,
in
for
love.
sure. For sure.
All right, then you can build on that. There's love there. There's just not like. What would it take for me to be able to have to like you, to be able to tolerate you, to finish out my contract? All right. That's why I've become more of a fan of this living apart together thing, because I think it's the time that so many people spent together, especially younger couples.
Hmm.
Because at 40, man, you're who you are. You're not gonna change. And
Right.
folks are, I just don't know. 13-year-old daughter, y'all got memories, y'all got family, y'all got history. I'm gonna just say, figure it out. Figure it out, because it sounds like he's single. See, when you said that he's single, to me, he probably realizes, damn, I didn't try hard enough. I let this go without a fight. And you said he wants to get back together.
I won't say that he wants to. I think if I said, "Hey, let's try to work it out," he would be open to that. He would never reach out to me because that's not his personality. That's part of why we're split.
Okay, he wouldn't reach out because that's pride and ego. That's stupid. But if, well, okay. But if you were open to getting back, having the conversation, he'd have it.
Yeah,
All right. When's your daughter's birthday? What month?
August. She just turned 13.
Okay. Well, say your daughter for her birthday wanted us to have this conversation.
Oh gosh. Oh, she would love it. she, I know.
Then have the conversation, man.
I will think about
It-
that. It's just been
well,
like it got to the point where, like, with our with us
I know it's not easy. I get it. But there's more there than not. You don't
when it
have
comes to
hard
my
feelings. You don't have hard feelings for this man. You're disappointed.
yes.
I get it. And I'm sure he knows he's disappointed you. So you have that conversation. What's the worst that could happen? You could end up having better communication and co-parenting and then move forward into the rest of your life knowing you did everything you could and give him a chance
But I
to
felt
not
like
be an asshole. Hmm?
I did feel like I did that the last about year and a half.
No, I get it. I get it. I know. This is the part that sucks. See, this is the part that sucks about relationships. I did this. He did. He didn't do enough of that.
Mm,
Relationships are supposed to be 100-0. You give 100%, expect nothing. That's what it's supposed to be because expectation is the root of frustration.
hmm
Because when you expect something you don't get, then you get frustrated, disappointed. I get it. I know. But what I'm asking you to consider is you have a family that would like you to get back together, a child that would like you to get back together. You can look at my show and see that there ain't shit out here. It ain't like there's something better around the corner.
Right.
And I think maybe there's a possibility that if you guys sat down and had an actual honest conversation, even a mediated conversation,
hmm
that you may be able to find a new appreciation for one another and have better than you've had the previous years. Because the alternative is to get back out here and do this stupid shit. And that ain't benefiting you or him.
That's true. Or our daughter.
There you go. There you go. Just think about it. Just think about it.
Yeah.
The worst that could happen is you got better communication.
All right. I'm hoping that my TikTok followers are watching my. They've been
All
telling me to try to get on your show, and I'm like, I tried, but I never get selected.
well, I don't know who your husband is, but this may end up getting picked up, so he may see it anyway. He may make the phone call. If you're a husband, hey man, make the phone call. Step up, man.
Oh gosh.
Putting a black family back together, I'll take that one. All right, have a good night,
All
man.
right.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, but I hate.
So she's 40, divorced, back in the dating market, says she wants to get married again. Oh, and she filed for divorce not because of abuse, not because of infidelity, but because they weren't compatible. Let me ask you this, compatible with what? A fantasy? See, this is what happens when women believe love should feel like a rom-com. You had a man who committed, gave you a child, and built a life with you, and you walked away because it didn't feel perfect anymore. Now at 40, you're back on the market, looking for a stepfather, hoping for marriage again. Let's be real. You didn't leave for abuse. You left for comfort. And now you're realizing that the dating market doesn't care about your past love story. The dating market is brutal, especially at 40, especially with kids, and especially when you chose to break up your own home. You said the grass wasn't greener. Sis, the grass was fine. You just didn't want to water it. And now you're out here with a kid, chasing a second chance at a fantasy that doesn't exist. The men you want now, high-value, masculine, father material, they're not looking for a 40-year-old woman who already filed for divorce once. They're looking for loyalty, peace, and long-term cooperation. You already showed that when things didn't feel right, you'll dip. That's not security. That's a risk. You're not dating from a place of youth or legacy. You're dating from a place of regret. And you know what? That's a hard pill to swallow, but it's your truth. If you want a man now, you better come with peace, full accountability, and no more exit plans. Because high-value men don't want to be your rebound, your redemption, or your emotional recovery. They want results, not rescue missions.